Hi friends, welcome back to John Dot Drinks. We're gonna do something a little different today. We're gonna make a recipe. So we're not gonna make a drink, we're gonna make an ingredient. Fallernum. Fallernum's in all the tiki drinks. I bought the book Smuggler's Cove earlier this summer. The amount of drinks in this book that said I need Fallernum was probably 1 out of 3 of them. Typical ingredients in Fallernum are limes, cloves, almonds, overproof rum, sugar, and ginger. Now there's many different recipes. Like if you go and try to find one online, you can probably find more than 20 easily. Most of them tend to either be an alcoholic liqueur or a non-alcoholic syrup. We're gonna do the alcoholic version today. So again, you're gonna need all of those and some overproof rum. Now the history of where Fallernum came from is pretty foggy. There's nothing set in stone. Some claims even go back to as far as 1750. John D. Taylor also claims to be the original recipe writer back in 1890, but that's more probably leaning towards the commercial use of it, not so much the actual invention of it. But anyways, let's get started with making this delicious liqueur. Now, the first things first is you're gonna need a pint-sized mason jar, something you can seal, or even, just a glass that you can cover with plastic wrap will work just fine. We're gonna start by zesting 9 whole limes, making sure to get none of the pith in there. After you zest your limes, make sure to juice these and put them in a different container for another use. That way they don't start drying up. You're gonna need a stove for this next step. You'll need about 50 cloves and 2 teaspoons of almonds. I already have them measured out here. And you're just gonna toast them up until it becomes a little fragrant. So it shouldn't take long at all. Just as soon as you start smelling it in the air, you know you're done. Make sure to shake it up a bit too so one side doesn't burn too much. And then this will also get added into our cup. Now, to our cup, we're gonna add 6 ounces of overproof rum. Next, we want some ginger. You're gonna want about 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces, and you want none of this dark orange part. Once you're happy with your piece of ginger, you can dice it up or julienne it. Julienne it into thin pieces or make batons out of it. After you add your ginger, you're just gonna mix this and try to get everything submerged. Once this is covered, you're just gonna shake it and let it sit for about 20 to 24 hours, and then we'll come back tomorrow. Okay, 24 hours has passed. Smells clovey and limey. This is the mixture I have. In the first 6 hours, it was like a bright green. It's now turning a little darker. I feel like the first hours was the lime coming out, and now it's becoming I guess the clove color is coming out, and it's becoming like a dark brownish. Next step here, if you have a cheesecloth, this will be perfect. I don't, but I'm gonna use like a fine mesh strainer into a funnel, and you pretty much just wanna strain all this liquid out. While you're doing this, make sure to squeeze every last bit of that out. It's like all of that is that nice, overproof, potent rum. It's definitely better if you have a cheesecloth because you can just let this sit and come back to it after an hour. And lastly, you're gonna need a lot of simple syrup for this part. You're gonna need 2 whole cups of simple syrup. So there's 1 cup. And 2 cups. And that is our final product of Fallernum. Okay, there is our Fallernum. It's about 3/4 of a wine bottle. If you're looking for a bottle to store your Fallernum in, if you do this too, that's actually what I did. I just grabbed the wine bottle, I ran it over hot water until the labeling just fell off, and it's a nice way to get yourself bottles actually. Let's give ourselves a taste of this plain, just to see how it turned out. So it's like a murky green. It doesn't sound the best appealing. Like it looks like it looks like canal water, stuff out of the sewage, but very sweet. It smells like Christmas and limes. Ooh, yeah, there is lots of cloves in that. That's almost all I taste. Other than the sugar, like sugar and cloves and just a hint of lime. Like the lime is very subtle actually. Anyways, it is delicious and I cannot wait to try some classic cocktails with this. Let me know how you make your Fallernum. I'll put a recipe in the description down below, the one that I used for this. Of course, if you have a better one or if you do yours a little differently, feel free to let me know. I'd love to try it out one day. Until next time, cheers!